shows 2 millimeters of steel left. Then we got a problem. Okay, let's check the other side. So, what do we have here is an ultrasonic thickness meter. And while I'm really interested to know the results, I'm a little bit scared of what they might be. Because for now, I have only a general understanding of what could be the worst spots in the boat. But I have no confirmation if they are really that bad and the worst spot has already been fixed. So I chose the Sauter model. It was not a choice, let's say it was not a very expensive choice, it was not the cheapest one, but it was one of the cheapest units I was able to get from Europe. And since I do not really trust units shipping from China, so I chose this one. Let's open the package. Everything is pretty simple here. So we have the ultrasonic measuring device, we have batteries, we have glycerin, we have electrode, and we have a small manual which deals about how to use the device and how to calibrate it. It's able to measure several materials: steel, cast iron, aluminium, red copper, brass, zinc, quartz, glass, polyethylene, PVC, grey cast iron, nodular cast iron, and sound velocity, but sound velocity is not available for my particular model. So in any case, I would be needing to measure steel. But before I do that, and even after I install the batteries, I need to calibrate. And for calibration, this plate is being used. I have to add some glycerin and I have to calibrate it first. So let me check the instructions and then I will proceed with calibration. This plate thickness should be 5 millimeters. Let's see how it performs here. Okay, so the batteries are inside. So let's turn the unit on. Okay, and I should be pressing select until calibration appears on the display. Calibration key is 3.8. Just let me check. I'm probably doing something wrong. Okay, I see. Yes, it's calibration. So, okay. Little oil has to be dropped on the base plate. So, let's see how it can I apply it. I wouldn't say the application was very successful. Okay, so I hope it should be enough. Okay, and I should be pressing it to base plate, the sensor. So let's see. Okay, coupling. It shows 4.9 millimeters currently. It should, it actually should be showing 5 millimeters, so I'm not sure if I can somehow adjust it maybe. Okay, now it's measuring 5 millimeters, so I didn't do anything I think. Maybe I did press it up, but let's see. No, it's not reacting. So basically, yes, but I think it should be, calibration should be working correctly. At least now I'm getting the results it should be showing, so we can do some outdoor tests. Not full metal thickness testing, but just in a couple of places to see how it actually works outside. So let's go. Okay, so we are outside, and let's start with the plate here, because at least I know the metal thickness which should be there, because it was welded in last year. Because here the metal was really in poor shape, and yes, there was a little mistake, so there was a 4 millimeters still welded instead of 5. Okay, the unit managed to switch off. I'm turning it back on. Okay, let's select a single spot, so it should be showing us those 4 millimeters. So let's check. 4.5, so I don't think the paint layer is so thick here. But okay, at least I can take the measurement with some grain of salt. Okay, so let's see what we have under waterline. Just a small spot, because here I think the metal had to be thicker. So it's 4 or 5 millimeters. No, what's going on? It's 4.6 millimeters here. I thought the hole was thicker, but well, it's not. Okay. Let's move it to the front. As I already told, it's not full scale measurement, it's just to measure something and see what's happening. So here we have 5 millimeters. You can see there are lots of fittings here, and it looks more like not a normal corrosion, but electrolysis. So let's, I don't know if I can select one of those spots here. Probably I can't, because it's not smooth area, but okay, let's see. This. Wait, there are only 2 millimeters left? 5.2. I wouldn't say the readings are very reliable, so I need to add more glycerin, I suppose. So let's check it. Okay, let's put a little bit more. Let's see. Shows 2 millimeters of steel left. Then we got a problem. Okay, let's check the other side. Okay. Now here it's 5 millimeters. So good. Let's check the front of the boat. I don't know why it shows. Yeah, it shows 5 millimeters. So I wonder, were my readings wrong, or this? Okay, let's check it here. Or it's really that bad in the spot where I checked previously. It's not very convenient to work with one hand, but what I don't like about GoPros is that they are not showing you exactly what you want to show. So okay, so what do we have here? Again, I'm getting 2 millimeters. It's not looking that good. Okay, it fell off. The unit fell off as well. So, if the readings are correct, it means that the bow has serious problems. And these are not good news. So, I am back inside. And if you would ask me if I'm happy with the findings, I would be saying no. Because at least for the bow side which I checked, there are several spots where the metal thickness is 2 millimeters and in some places even 1.9 millimeters. It means that those parts will certainly need attention by cutting out and welding damaged parts. Of course, I would suppose that there could be some issues with unit errors, but if the same place repeatedly shows less than 3 millimeters, then probably there is still an issue. So yes, but I wouldn't say I'm getting a very reliable result from this device, because in some spots at first it showed 3 millimeters and then it suddenly showed 5 millimeters. So there could be some measurement errors, but as I already stated, if I can repeatedly notice that it's showing low thickness, then it's probably really a problem. But yes, so probably more hammer ultrasound will be done when the weather will get warmer, and yes, some welding in the bow part will be needed, because I wouldn't trust any metal below the waterline to be less than 3 or even 2 millimeters thickness. So that smells like trouble. And remember the quick ultrasound survey results. So this is 3 millimeter steel. So if you can imagine, then the lowest result I was getting, it was around 2 millimeters. And maybe even less given the thickness of the paint. So I suppose that in the worst spots it's about half of this thickness. And I probably don't know why it's focusing this bad, but yeah, I probably would not be trusting my life and the life of my family to the steel which is less than half thickness of this one. Although yes, steel is quite strong compared to other materials, but it's way too low. I wouldn't want anything to be less than 3 millimeters for the hole. So although it's hard for me to admit it, but yes, I probably will have to do more welding than I expected at the beginning, and probably will have to do more welding before even trying to place this vessel into the water. Unless, of course, it wouldn't be my intention to sink it. I decided to play a little bit more to verify how accurate is this ultrasound thickness meter. So this is a 3 millimeter steel. It has little surface rust, but overall it has not changed much, so it should be showing me 3 millimeters. So let's see how it will perform. Okay, let's turn it on. Okay, so we have CD01, so it's for steel. Okay, let's add a little bit glycerin to it. Maybe a little bit more. And let's see what will it show. It shows exactly 3 millimeters. It means the readings for my boat thickness probably were more or less reliable. On the other side, from psychological point of view, it's not good idea to keep things which makes you upset. So I'm resolving a small little problem. Okay, so the job is done. This is just a reminder how the old heating system looked like, and I was not even able to verify it because it was missing its controller. Okay, let's check if the heating system works as expected. So, as you already know, since I have some leakage in the system, first what I will do, I will add a little bit of antifreeze here. And yes, I will need to weld one of the radiators. Okay, hope that's enough. Let's close it. Okay, so let's try to start it. Okay, so the maximum setting I can set it for 120 minutes. That is unfortunately a drawback for having this system running, because basically you cannot run it for more than 2 hours. But let's see how it runs at all. Let's see what is happening. I have also taken with me a temperature meter so I can check if the heating system is working or not. Okay, it's starting. Okay, good. I can definitely see the temperature is rising. So let's check if the same is happening with the radiators. Okay, so that is the front cabin. So we should be getting some changes in the temperature. Okay, it's 22.4, 22.5. Okay, maybe let's check the aft cabin first, because that is where the heat is going at first place. Okay. Okay, it's almost 25 degrees. Yeah, this is the place where it's leaking, so it definitely needs to be repaired. Okay, so basically the center of this pipe, it's 28 degrees. So the temperature is definitely 29, the temperature is definitely rising. Okay, so let's check out the engine room as well. Okay, I can see the temperature is rising here as well. 29 degrees. And this is the central cabin or kitchen area. And it shows that it's currently around 30 degrees Celsius. Not bad, but let's check a bit later how high does it go. Meanwhile, the heating unit itself has already a temperature of something like 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, now this is the exhaust of this heating system. You can see the temperature is around 150 degrees. Okay, the aft cabin, 40 degrees, 47. But let's check out. Yes, you can definitely feel it's pretty warm right now. The engine room, it's around 50 degrees. The central cabin, 54. Of course, the readings jump a little bit up and down depending on where I put this beam, but it's around 50 degrees anyway. And now it's the front cabin, and the temperature is close to 62 degrees Celsius. So yes, definitely it's pretty warm right now. Okay, so basically within 20 minutes the temperature in the heating system is around 60 degrees, and I can definitely feel the boat getting much warmer. So right now I don't need that much heat, so let's turn it off. And before you think whether to install such system on your boat, I can tell you there are two major drawbacks. So first of all, maximum timer setting is for 2 hours, which is perfectly fine if you are just spending time on your boat. However, it can cause some problems if you are sleeping, so it means you need to wake up, go to timer, and again activate the heating system so you would not freeze. And second, there is no temperature control, so basically it's either on or off. But I will be thinking about some possible hacks in the future. So just subscribe and follow the new episodes. What is a no-wake zone? Boat on a hard stand, and only if it's far enough from the water.